This ad is about AT&T's deal on the new iPhone 15 Pro, and it's real, guaranteed. That's not always the case with other ads.
The view of a lifetime.
Only with a pricey upgrade.
Breathe in to find inner peace.
Then pay extra to remove the ads. At AT&T, we mean what we say. Learn how to get iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us with eligible trade-in. Guaranteed. Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
See att.com/iPhone for details about the guaranteed trade-in promo for new and existing customers. Available for a limited time. Terms and restrictions apply.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. It was funny, this is my second take of doing this episode, and the reason why I'm doing the second take is because I thought of an idea. Like, something that I've always wanted to do was to create a platform to help promote other people. I know there's the one platform that I'm gonna most likely take some inspiration from is All Deaf Digital's. I think that's what they call themselves. Hold on for a second. All Deaf. Yeah, All Deaf Digital. So, I want to create a platform like that where, I got like a bunch of people signed to it and stuff. And I don't even know, like, I'm like debating on a name I should like call it and stuff. But definitely I will, I'm going to think of something. It's it's in the works. It's currently under construction right now. But it's something that I do plan on doing. So stay tuned for that. Probably some news will be coming out about it either the end of this year or some point in time next year, but it is going to be soon. So anyways, but no, that's what I was originally talking about when I was doing the first take was firing people. Now that's something that I've never had to experience before. I would say that in a way I was fired, but it was because of the pandemic, so I couldn't really, have no control or no, say so in that and things. Like, it was bound to happen, so it was just something that I wasn't really accepting. But because of what happened during the pandemic, like everything was being shut and closed down for the longest. Yeah, like the job that I had couldn't really, hold on to all of the employees and stuff. So anyways, that was one thing that I had seen a lot was people getting fired, people quitting, people getting fired. It was funny because I know when I very first started working at that place, I did think about quitting. I did want to quit because I'm like, I wanted to just, really focus on YouTube. And I had to say that's why probably from the time frame of 2016 all the way up until the beginning of this year, like, before the pandemic, I wasn't as motivated with YouTube. I was like working on it and stuff. Like, I know I was staying up. I remember I would be staying up till like maybe 12, 1 a.m. recording videos. Now I'm staying up till like 3 or 4 a.m. recording videos. So I've given myself more time. I record videos all throughout the day. I took me a break, but I was recording some Call of Duty videos this morning. But what else? Some other videos. Like, yeah, I was doing, I try to like, have it where the whole day where I'm doing some sort of videos and stuff. So anyways, but that's like, getting back to the topic, that I wanted to overall talk on, was firing people. Now, that's something that I've never had to do myself. Like, I've never had to warn a person about being fired. I never had to tell a person that they were fired. But it was something where I'm like, I would not want that power. I wouldn't want that power just because that at the old job that I had, I was friends with pretty much everybody that had worked through there. Like, everybody was cool. Everybody was talking to each other. We were all cracking jokes. So to like look a coworker, or not even a coworker, a friend, like these are friends of mine, to look them in their face and be like, hey, you gotta get your stuff and get up out of here, you fired. Like, as easy as it may sound, like you hear how I said that like really fast, like I've done it before. I haven't done it before, but I'm like, that's just something that I just wouldn't be able. I would feel bad, I would feel really bad. I would make sure to tell that employee like, hey, such and such wanted me to tell you that you're fired. I myself I am not firing you because I didn't even have that power. All throughout the 4 years I worked there, I was always just a cashier. I wasn't a supervisor or manager or cook or anybody. I was just a cashier. So I had like no power there. But I guess I had like I don't know. Like I did have a say so in some things because people would look at me like, oh, he's been here the longest, so he's seen how things work out and didn't work out. So they would ask me from time to time, like, oh, you think this will work or you think this would be about? I'm like, hey, bro, look, I'm just a cashier. I ain't come here for all that. I just came here to help out, do my cashier duties. And you know that, but I'm like, when they start asking me questions and things, I'm like, look, I ain't come here for all that. I kind of had like a Marshawn Lynch like tendencies going on. I wasn't as talkative and things unless I was in like my comfort zone. But other than that, I was like, I wasn't really, when it came about like, stuff like that, I was just all like, I'm just here to work. All right. I'm just here to work. But anyways, but man, I'm like, that's the thing though. I'm like, I'm glad I didn't have that power. Cause I'm like, bro, I don't think I could do it. I probably would have chickened out or would have like, and that was another thing that they did, because when they would fire people at the last minute. I remember there was the one girl that was working with us. She had some things going on. Like, I ain't gonna get too deep in detail in what it was, but I can understand. Like, if it was my business, I would have like tried to, recommend some stuff or help her out, do something. Like, I'm more of a helper. I'm not, because I see like the potential in people, and I know that, people can get the job done, but I'm like, I'm not that person where I'm all like, oh, I gotta fire you or I gotta let you go and stuff. Like, I'm just, that ain't me. Like, I know the day when I create my business, when I create my platform and I start hiring people on, if they're dealing with stuff, I'm like, hey, like, I understand, like, this might be a boss and employee situation, but I don't want that to be it. Like, overall, like, the root of it is, yes, it's a boss and employee situation. I'm the boss, you the employee. But the main objective, the main thing that I want y'all to see is that we are a family. We're a unit. We're one. Like, so if you're dealing with something, please let me know. Like, if you're like, hey, there's some things going on at home. Like, that's the thing. You don't have to get deep in detail with it. So if you're dealing with like some relationship issues or family issues or whatever, pet issues, like you got an abusive cat or something, because you don't really hear about dogs being abusive. So if you got like an abusive cat, then all right, well, I know there's going to probably be people are like, there's dogs that are abusive. No, you turned that dog abusive. Dogs just don't be abusing people. I ain't met some sketchy dogs before. I just met a sketchy dog not too long ago, probably like 2-3 weeks ago. And the dog allowed me to pet him. So I'm all like, it's only when you act sketchy towards the dog. But if you treat that dog like, give him a little head rub or like a little side pat or something, you could be cool with that dog. But anyways, I'm saying, like, let me know what's going on. And the one thing that I probably would do, if it's like something that's not, like, it's not serious and things, like, let's say if you missed a bus or your Uber didn't show up, because I know that there was the one girl that worked with us. She always, but there was like 2 girls that had worked with us where they would both catch Ubers and stuff. But sometimes they would be late or sometimes they would mess up and go past the location. But our location, it was like kind of hidden and stuff. Like, it was, it's like Hamunaptra from the Mummy and things. Like, the sunset needed to rise and all of that. And then that's when the building would appear. So anyways, but no, there would be times like when the Uber, that's why I was like, look, I'm not trying, when they asked me to go to a different location, but they wanted me to go take a Uber driver I'm like, look, I know for a fact that's going to be a problem, relying on an Uber driver and stuff. So I'm like, sometimes it works out, but then other times I'm like, yeah, it doesn't really work out that well. But anyways, but no, there would be times when they would be a little late. And me, I would just, I would crack jokes about it, like cause my thing is like, look, you still showed up. So I'm like, as long as you showed up, I don't care if it's like, 5, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, as long as you show up and you work. I don't care if you feel like you need to put in like extra work because you showed up late, do that. But my thing was that I know, I got 2 working legs, I got 2 working arms, so I'm gonna be fine. Like, yeah, it's like I would like to get like that extra help like right then and there, but I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be fine. It's not like I'm gonna slow down or I'm gonna, I'm just gonna be extra busy and a little bit sweatier, but I'm like, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be okay. So I'm like, that's why that type of stuff to me, it just doesn't, really matter. But it was the one girl I remember. She showed up at the end of the day. I think that was the one and only time where I was just all like, you could have just stayed home. Like it was cool. Like, but it wasn't even more so the fact that I was mad that she showed up. I was just like, but it was like the timing. I was just like, I was more so mad at the fact that I'm all like, you didn't, like, no, like, you just go home. Like, we're good. Like, we finished the whole day out and things. But I don't know, like, how can I place this in terms? Like, I wasn't mad that she showed up late. I was just more so, like, mad at the fact that she still just, showed up, if that made sense. Like, I'm all like, at this point in time, like, you should have just realized, like, we had it and stuff. So, I'm not, like, I didn't hold, like, no ill feeling towards her. I'm like, but it's cool. Like, it's better late than never. So I'm like, that's one thing that I did see it as. I'm all like, because at the end of the day, there was a lot of things to do. So I'm like, I am glad that she did show up and stuff, but I was just like, I could have did these things, like, it was, like, a few more, like, because I know she had, like, her area, so I'm like, okay, like, there's a couple of things I gotta do over there and stuff, or a few things, whatever, but I'm all like, it's cool, like, you could have just stayed home, I'm chilled with that and stuff, but anyways, but no, there was a time, though, like, getting off topic, like, talking about, there was even a time where I, like, none of us had the power to fire this one girl. She brought it on herself, and the building people, the people that, like, that worked for the building or owned the building, whoever, they had said that they fired her. So the building had fired her. We didn't even have no power, no say so. We just had to look and be like, hey, like, you brought that on yourself. But anyways, I know people are gonna probably be like, what happened? What did she do? So this is what had happened. This is from what I heard. I didn't get a chance to see the security footage. I wish I did, but I never did get a chance to see the security footage. But anyways, so there was this dishwasher we had. She was kind of, she was kind of weird. She did have, like, her days where she would crack jokes and, laugh, smiles. Because me, I always tried to be cool with everybody that had worked through the place. Like, even people I didn't really, like, trust or, rely on, I still would be trying to, be cool with them. I talk to them, crack jokes. So, like, that's just who I am. Like, I try to be, like, the positive, happy person and stuff. So, anyways, with her, though, she wasn't so much as a positive and happy person. She will always, because she was a dishwasher, so the one thing that I never understood is that why would you yell at us for giving you dishes? Like, that's like me yelling at the cash or at the customers for giving me money. Like, imagine that. Like, you guys come up to me and you want me to, and you're paying for your food. I'm like, why would you give me that? Huh? Why would you give me that? Why would you give me $20? You don't give me the exact change. No. You give me $20. Now I gotta subtract. Do you understand how crazy I would have looked? Like, you probably can just see, like, or hear in the tone of my voice that I would have been looking crazy if you guys would have approached me holding money and stuff. I'm like, all I did was come up here to pay for my food. Like, did you want me to steal it? I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And I'm just all like, nope, just give me the $20. I'm like, you already here now. You already got your food. Just give me the money. Here's your change. Get out of here. Just leave. Just go. Like, do you hear how crazy that sounds? That was her with dishes. Oh my, like, I'm telling you, there was everybody, she was, except, like, the black people. I think she had, like, a fear thing when it came to black people, because I remember because there was the one black cashier that was working there at the time. She never yelled at her, and she stopped herself from yelling at me one day, because I kind of gave her a look when she yelled at me. I would have, me personally, I would have let her have it. I know people have been like, hey, Tyler, like, you need to chill out because this girl might be packing a knife and she stabbed you. You can't get stabbed, all right? So, but no, there was a day where I put some dishes there. It wasn't even a lot of dishes. It was just like maybe a couple of plates or something. And she was all like, that doesn't go there. And I looked at her and I'm just all like, what? I'm like, where does it go then? Because I can't put the dishes outside. I know you don't want to be traveling back and forth outside for me to... Because I'm like, I can't be petty like that. I will put the dishes right there in the back. I'll put it in the back alleyway so, no crackheads or no homeless people won't take it for themselves. I mean, even though they could walk in the back alleyway. But I'm like, do you want me to put it on the floor? Like, where do you want me to put this dish at? Because I'm like, I'm not with that. Like, don't yell at me because I'm helping you with your job. Like, I don't understand that. So my thing is that when I wash dishes, I'm like, look, you can put the dishes wherever. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to wash it. And it's going to be put back in its rightful spot for when you guys need it next. But I'm like, I never cared. The day when I washed dishes, I had never cared about where they put dishes. In fact, that was the one thing that I had loved doing was washing dishes, because I was around the cooks. The cooks was cool. But no, the cashiers, they were cool too. That's what I meant to say, the cashiers. But no, they were cool. But I really did just like being in the back, just, out, because I'm out in the front like all day, all year long. Like, the only time when I do go in the back is when I need something or from when I'm clocking out. But to just be back there working, to, not be out in the middle of the, rush and stuff. I was like, man, I think everybody liked being in the back, where you could just be eliminated from like the, customers and stuff. It wasn't nothing wrong with the customers, but I'm like, yo, when there's like 100 of them in there at the same time, I'm like, dang, like, where y'all coming from? Like, you guys, like, I know y'all got refrigerators and food at your house. Like, man, go old school. Bring in a lunchbox. Get one of those like little bags or something. Those like little lunch bags, and just put your lunch in there. Dang, I'm like, man, y'all need to chill. But anyways, but no. So back on this cashier. So she snapped at me one day. I was just all like, but she caught herself. She stopped. She was like, I'm sorry. Like, I just, it's a lot going on right now. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I hear you out and stuff. I'm like, you just need to relax. Because that's the thing, though. I'm like, I ain't really care, like, if you were crazy or not. Like, I know a lot of people would have considered her crazy. But I'm like, I don't know. I feel like there's a part of me that is crazy. But the regular, like, just the calm, cool, collected Tyler, he's the one that everybody sees. But I'm like, if somebody like goes off on me or snaps at me, or they just could think they can yell at me and it's gonna be okay, I'm like, I'll let you know right now, that's not okay. I don't care who you are, I don't care what you're packing, you need to relax. I'm all like, cause you signed up for this job. I didn't sign up for this job. Nobody else didn't sign up for this job. You went to our website, filled out an application to be what? The dishwasher. I gave you dishes. All you have to do is wash them. There shouldn't be no conversation about it. If it's going to be a calm, cool, collected, cracking jokes, because every other dishwasher that's worked there, there is even the one dishwasher, he would be funny about it, and he let me know that he was just joking around, like he wasn't upset or anything about it and stuff. Like, he would go or I would put some dishes there, he would like, more dishes, like, get mad and stuff. It's funny, we called them Jim Bob. He was definitely one of my favorite employees that worked in that whole cafe, just in that whole just job area and stuff, because there was 3 locations, but I'm like, he's definitely like top 5 like favorite people that I had worked with and stuff. But anyways, but yeah, he was cool. Like, he never like snapped or went off on us and things about, where to place dishes or this. Like, if he did, he would just be joking around, and then, we would just like pretend like to be all sad, like when walking off and stuff. But yeah, he was joking for the most part. But her, on the other hand, this other dishwasher, she wasn't. But anyways, getting back to why she got fired, because I just felt like I just went on a whole story time about her and stuff. But no, so there was a day where we had like this, there's parking garages in our building. So, but also like on the like very end of the parking garage where these like areas where you threw away a bunch of stuff and things. So you'll throw away like, cause when we would get things, we'll get them in these big giant boxes. So we had this cart where we would put all the boxes at, and then we would go down to the second. So it was like 2BR. That was the floor number, 2BR. I still remember, even though I hadn't been in that building in months. But anyways, so we'll go down to the basement / garage area, throw away all the boxes and stuff. But there was this like big cart that we had to take when we do that. So anyways, because I did it. I remember when I had started working there, I had did it a few times, but then the dishwashers had started doing it. But so anyways, so as she was coming back, there's like the elevators for like the like everyone else that works throughout the building, and then we had like our own freight elevator. So we were going, so the freight elevator, of course, if everybody knows what freight elevator looks like, is bigger than your average elevator. And she decided that she was going to take the cart, go back as far as she could, and ram the cart into the freight elevator doors. So when she did that, she knocked the doors off the hinges and messed the elevator up. And after that, they always had to do some sort of maintenance on the elevator because she did something to mess them elevators up. So it was every, I think, Tuesday and Thursday, or either just every Thursday, they had to do, I think it was every Thursday, but they had to do maintenance on the elevator. So if you needed to go down there for something, you couldn't. You would have to use one of the elevators for the buildings, and they would tell us like not to use those elevators and stuff. But there would be days where I'm all like, if they're doing a catering and like, you know, the people that works for catering, like they're busy and stuff. Because I know that I think there was one time when me and my friend Jack, we had to go up there using the regular elevators and stuff. So yeah, but it's like, you know, we can't, like, what we supposed to wait until tomorrow morning when the freight elevators. I'm like, no, we gotta, you know, so we gotta help out with catering. We just gonna have to use the regular elevators. So anyways, but yeah, she broke the door where she like pushed the doors off the hinges. So anyway, she comes back, and I remember she was quiet. Usually when she comes back up, she's washing dishes, she's being loud, she's slamming dishes, screaming out, "Not today, Satan," like at just random points in times. Like I remember she yelled that out, and I had to turn my head and laugh because I was like, yo, that's funny, because I'm like, I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm like, that's funny. But anyways, but yeah, so she's being quiet, washing dishes. I'm like, huh, that's weird. She ain't usually quiet like that. And then all of a sudden, I go back there to do something. I can't remember what I did, but I seen her like packing her stuff. So I was just like, I didn't think anything of it. I assumed like maybe she might have been going on break, might have been getting a couple of cigs or something to go smoking things. And so I'm out front doing stuff. And then Jack, he comes up to me, my friend Jack, he comes up to me and was just like, hey, such and such just got fired. I'm like, what? For what? And he's telling me the whole story, and I'm like, dang, man, that is crazy. Wow. Like, that's the one time when, you know, like, when you say, like, that's crazy because you think people, like, you know, you don't really care for this. And like, no, I cared for that story. I was like, that was a legitimate that's crazy. Like, I was like, man, that is some wild stuff. Why did she do that? And then nobody still to this day knows why. But yeah, that the building people, they came down and they fired her. They was just like, we ain't even gonna let you guys give her the satisfaction, or, you know, that maybe she might stay. No, we coming down to let her know right now she's gone. So she gonna have to pack herself up and leave. And yep, that was the last time I seen her. I thought I had seen her in the area one time because I had an escape route and a hiding spot, and she wanted to come back up to that place and start acting crazy because I worked at the way that our cafe was set up. So there is the cash registers was on one side of the cafe, and then the exit doors was on the other side. But I had a clear path. Like, if anything were to go down, I'm like, I got a clear path where I can bust through the doors, jump down maybe a few stairs, jump down the other set of stairs, and then I'm good. Because I'm like, I feel like that I had like good ankle support with the shoes that I was wearing and stuff, because they were like kind of like some high top Converse. So I'm like, I got somewhat of some good ankle support. But if I'm wearing any of my basketball sneakers, now I'm good. I'm straight. Like, I'm jumping down all them stairs. And if I gotta do a barrel roll on the landing, I'm like, I'm gonna have to do that. And then my hiding spot were behind this like clothing rack that we had. So we had like this rack for all the like cooks and the chefs and things. And there was enough pants, and there was like the whole area was blocked off. And I'm already wearing black clothing, so I'm like, the area is blocked off, pretty dark back there. All I just got to do is just tuck my head in, because the top of my hair, I'm all like, they ain't going to be able to see my skin because I'm like, my hair is black. All I just got to do is tuck my head in and just sit there and just close my eyes. I'm all like, I'm good. I'm like, I'm straight up hiding. I'm all like, who's going to really look back there for people? So I'm saying, I was like, I had me a good hiding spot, and I had me a good escape route. And I'm all like, and I remember I told somebody that, and then they was all like, at one of the other locations, they told me they was just all like, they were going to get like a rope or something and like do some Tom Cruise stuff down the building. I'm like, that's doing too much. I'm not Tom Cruise. I'm Tyler Moss. I'm like, Tyler Moss just, he runs. He either runs or hides, but he ain't got time to be running on the side of no buildings. But anyways, but yeah, it's firing people. I don't know. If there's like a legitimate reason to, then okay. But if there's, if it's some stuff going on, like, I feel like that reason alone, like, she could have cost us some money and stuff. And then that had been the thing. I know people have been like, oh, well, like you don't think too much of it. But what if it came down to where it's like, oh, we ain't gonna be getting our checks because she done broke the elevator doors. So it's either she either gets fired or we don't get checks. And I've been like, oh no, she gotta go. Like she has to, I can't go without my checks. So I'm all like, nah, she gonna have to go. Cause I'm like, that ain't cool. So yep, they fired her. But I felt like, something like that, then okay. But there's been times when they fired people and they've told me what they got going on in their personal lives. And I'm all like, dang, man. And they got it and they're fired? Dang. I'm all like, nah, that deserves a legitimate, that's crazy. Because I'm like, yo, that is a little crazy. That's why I'm like, yeah, if you're dealing with some stuff, I'm like, it's going to probably be a little bit hard for me to fire you. I'm like, take a break if you need to. But, just know, I'm like, yeah, just do right by me. I'll do right by you and stuff. But you ain't got to lie. You ain't got to, like, put on an act or any of that stuff. Like, just, like I said, do right by me and I'll do right by you. But yeah, once you start breaking stuff, like if you like, I don't know, like you break something important of mine, I'm like, yeah, you gotta go. But anyways, like, nah, if you just late because your Uber driver driving slow, I just been like, yeah, tell that Uber driver, I seen it in Grand Theft Auto. If you pay them an extra $20, they'll speed it up. So do that if you need to. But anyways, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Let me know your firing stories. Let me know if there's ever been a time where you had to fire somebody over some crazy stuff. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you're viewing this on YouTube, like, subscribe. If you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. I also got a merch store, and also I am working on it. I'm trying to fix it and figure it all out and stuff, but I got some Wastelanders shoes coming out here soon. So stay tuned for that. I talked about it yesterday, and if you guys follow me on social media, you might have already seen it by now. But yeah, I got some shoes coming out, so probably by the time this episode's out, hopefully they're in stores and y'all can buy them and things. But if not, then I would buy them for myself, and I would just wear them for myself. And then at some point in time, release them to the public. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.